Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Palestine. What I'm making this video for is because I wanted to let you know that I went to my x-ray appointment yesterday and it was a bone scan. And the reason why I know knew it was a bone scan before the actual appointment is because they rang me on Friday and they asked me if I would attend the appointment early. So the appointment for a simple 10-minute bone scan was an all-day event because I had to take a bus into town and then I had to take a bus all the way across to another town. And so it was an all-day event. So we'll say that it took maybe 2 hours each way uh, to get to the hospital and then to return to the hospital, because I took the bus into town, and then whenever I got into town I had just a few tiny little bits to do, and then we went and took another bus to the other town. And this hospital is not actually in a town, it's between two towns, but the bus stopped at the hospital. And so we went into the hospital. We had to go visit the ladies' room because I'd been traveling for pretty close to 2 hours. And then we had to find out where the x-ray department was. And it was a small hospital, so it wasn't hard to find the x-ray department. It wasn't hard to find the ladies' room. And then we had to ask them, is there someplace we can sit and have a snack? Because by that time it was close to 12. And so basically we sat in a cafe and it wasn't cheap, and then we had a drink, and I had a toasted sandwich and my boyfriend had a sandwich. And then about half an hour before the appointment I went into x-ray, and then I had to fill out some forms. I had to fill out a form because they asked me a series of questions about relating to my bone health. And then I had to wait half an hour for my appointment, and then I went into the appointment. Fortunately, they didn't make me take my clothes off because I wore leggings and a top to the appointment because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if they were going to make me take my clothes off. So I just told her, I said, well, I didn't know what to expect, so I decided just to wear leggings and just to be on the safe side. And so they did make me take my bra off. They weighed me and took my height. I was 164 centimeters, and I looked it up, and it's just under 5'4". I used to be 5'5.5", maybe even 5'6", but so I've lost 2 inches in height since I was young. And then so she put me under the bone scan, and they want to check your hips and your legs. That's one thing that they're really worried about. And then when we finished the bone scan, and I had to go to the toilet and put my bra back on because I can't go out without a bra. That wouldn't be very nice. And so we had to wait half an hour for the bus going back into the town that I live in. So we sat in the cafe for half an hour waiting for the bus. And I did actually go to the ladies' room before the bus left, and the reason for that is because the bus was going to be over an hour just to get into the town. So we took the bus into town. It was over an hour trip. I had a few, and then I was a bit hungry, so because all I had at about 12, I just had a toasty, which for some people that may be a lot, but for me it wasn't. And so we went and had some chicken, and I had a little bit of chicken. And then one of my problems is I have spasms in my esophagus and spasms other places too. And I think I mentioned that in a previous video because when I was having my first lumpectomy, I had bronchial spasms. And so I started having spasms, and you can't do anything about it. You know, I can't do anything to stop the spasms. It's kind of like hiccups, but it's spasms. And then I remember last week I had a spasm in front of this friend of mine, and he got scared and didn't know what to do, but eventually it goes away. Eventually it subsides. And so basically, in order for me to try to get my spasms to subside, I stood up and I stretched my arms like that, hoping that it would make the spasms subside. And that's what happened. The spasms did subside. And then I had a few tiny little bits to do. I had to go get some grapes and some Cheetos from Tesco's, and then we took the bus home. And, you know, I suffer from a lot of anxieties for reasons that I cannot discuss in this video or any other videos. But I was suffering from anxiety, and that's one of the reasons why I like to stay home, is because I do suffer from anxiety. And that was it. That concluded my bone scan. And I was told that they won't give me the results for 4 to 6 weeks, because there's only one person who looks through the bone scans, and she'll give me the results in 4 to 6 weeks. So I decided that I'll have to start having cheese sandwiches, which previously I had been having tuna sandwiches, but they have a lot of fat in them because I put mayonnaise in them. So I'm going to be having cheese sandwiches anyway to get the calcium for my bones. And the reason why is because I don't have any estrogen in my body, and since estrogen makes your bones strong, among other things. So since I don't have any estrogen in my body, I have to start having cheese sandwiches for lunch to get the calcium in. So that concludes my day. I want to make some more videos about cancer, and maybe during the week I'll make some more videos about cancer, so I can relate to my YouTube viewers some of the other things that I have learned about cancer, and some of the people who I have met who had cancer, and 2 of them died, and I want to make videos about that. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe, and I will be making some more cancer related videos for you soon.